Speaking of bombing, I bombed really hard at the Improv here in Hollywood this week. I bombed so hard. You know about this.
Yes, you've told me.
I bombed. I've never had an experience like this ever.
Luke's told me.
Yes. It was, and I got to tap dance around.
Some of the details
Yeah,
there?
some of the details.
Yeah.
There's some things you can't say, I think, on YouTube, but I went up at the Improv open mic. It was my second time ever at the Improv open mic, and I tried a new joke that was questionable.
Yeah.
And it was a good joke. The joke is about lucid dreaming and how lucid dreaming is where you're dreaming and you realize you're in a dream, and then you can do whatever you want because
no, I heard the bit.
Yeah, well, because there's no consequences.
Yeah.
So when you're lucid dreaming, you're in a dream and you're like, oh, I can do anything I want.
Yeah.
Anything I want.
Yeah.
And you can kill people.
Yeah.
And you can have sex with people in the dream, and
the bit was kind of in that ilk.
That's
but
right.
my thing is that, like, the balls to try that for the first time on a stage like the Improv open mic.
Yeah, I had never tried the bit before.
That was that was very ballsy.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if I'd made that call, man.
Looking back,
I would have tested it out at a couple other mics first.
Well, my thinking was, I'm great at doing a new bit like the first two times. Like I feel like the funniest I've ever done bits are like the first two, maybe three times. Mm-hmm. So, and I just really thought that, like, if I get on the Laugh Factory stage or the Improv stage, I'll just be able to pull it off, you know. But I didn't pull it off. And the joke is like it, you know, if it's dreaming, is it bad? Like, if the stuff you do in a dream, is it bad? And it's like, well, no, it's not bad because it's a dream, but it's like I'm still just deciding to do it because it's a lucid dream.
Yeah, but
so it's
like no consequences.
Yeah, but it's still like me deciding to do this.
You're still doing the thing.
I'm still doing the thing.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, that's as much of the joke as I had, and I did it on the Improv, and I bombed. And so I left the Improv, and Luke was there, and Stanley was there, and Luke fucking saved my ass. I was about to go home because I bombed so hard, and he was like, "Let's go get something to eat." And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go home. And he's like, nah, come on. Let's go get just like a bite to eat. So we go to Carney's on Sunset, the train restaurant, and we get some food. And I'm sitting there like this on the table. And Luke is just like talking me off the ledge. I literally told him, I was like, convince me not to quit comedy right now. Because the joke bombed really, really hard.
Oh, man.
And he was like, listen. You think that's, like, you know, you think that's my first one of those jokes, you know? And he was like, I do those jokes all the time. And I was like, no, that's my first one, you know, whatever. And then Stanley gave me this fucking tag that at the end of the dream,
you still go to jail.
I still go to jail, and the dream consequences are still the same, and that fucking saved my ass.
Well, because he signed you up for another open mic.
Yeah, Luke signed me up. He forced me to go to another mic. He was like, listen, you need to do another mic, and I was like, no way, I'm doing another mic. But I just fucking ate shit at the Improv.
But he was right. He was seeing like over the ledge that you couldn't. He was like, look, if you go home, that your night's ruined. Your next 2-3 days are ruined because you're gonna go home and this is all you're gonna think about.
Yeah.
So give it one more shot. Try it one more time.
And I didn't want to.
Roll those dice one more time.
Yeah. So we walk over to Badger and Jam, which is right down the road on Sunset, and there was like a spot available, so I get up there, and then I do like the joke again, and it fucking crushed. It with that tag that Stanley gave me about how the consequences are all the same. Because the whole joke is like people are like they don't want to hear it. They're in their seats and they're like
Yeah,
you're saying a lot of bad things.
No.
Like bad things.
It's already tense.
Yeah, it's tense.
But when you give them the consequences of it though,
When I say
it lets them off the hook. Then they can go, all right.
Yeah, like guys, I still got in trouble for those things.
Yeah.
And then and it fucking crushed. It crushed so hard that like we went back to Badger the next night, and like people came up to me, and people were talking about it, and a lot of people came up to me after that set, and they were like, "That was great. That was a great joke." And there was a few comics who saw me that I wasn't with. There was a few comics that saw me bomb at the Improv, and then just happened to go to Badger and Jam after, and saw me do it the second time, and they said they were like that. Like the difference was nuts. Like they'd never seen like a joke bomb so hard
and then work so well,
and then an hour later destroy.
It's crazy how big a difference like 2 more lines can make.
Yeah,
if you can draw it out like 2 more thoughts after the initial one, it's crazy the difference that can make.
It was insane.
You guys know what lucid dreaming is?
Yeah.
We all know what lucid dreaming is. It's where you're in a dream, and then you suddenly realize you're in a dream, and then you can do whatever you want. You know. This doesn't happen very often, but when it happens to me, I find the closest woman to me, and I have my way with her. Now, I hesitate to say rape, because I don't... Because is it, though? Is it rape, though? If it's in a dream? I know what you're thinking, Ryan, you're dreaming of rape. I'm not dreaming of rape. I'm dreaming and then realizing I'm dreaming. And then raping people. Right? If it makes you guys feel any better, I do go to jail in the dream. I do end up in prison in the dream. Okay. I'm Ryan, thanks very much.
But yeah, that joke was hard. That was hard to do, and I probably won't do that again at the Improv.
Wouldn't.
But I love how it ended up.
It was a cool experience that you had.
Yeah.
It was dude, the highs and the lows of trying to do comedy, that like the distance between them is so vast and so like insurmountably far apart that it almost breaks your soul.
It's insane.
But as low as the lows are, the highs are even fucking better.
Yeah. I still feel so great about that last
You feel great about a bomb
Yeah.
that you turned around.
Mm-hmm.